What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. What's up, Linda? What's up, Dark Sunday? What's up, Brian? Yeah, come on in. What is it, Linda? You just thinking I hope Marvin go live today? yeah. Y'all see me this week. I took last week off, so y'all will see me this week. What's up, El Cristo? What's up, Brianna? What's up, Alexis? Alright, we'll give them another minute, y'all. We'll get started. We will get started. What's up, Tonya? What's up, Dolph? All right. How about we begin? How about we go and get it in? Now then, today we're going to talk about Jedi mind tricks. What are they? Where do they come from? How effective are they? How do they work? So on and so forth. So now, what's up, Portia? What's up, Crystal? So now, the $1 million question. What are Jedi mind tricks? They are energetic, hypnotic suggestions that can be sent to your subconscious and unconscious mind, which triggers you to carry out a desired effect from their wishes. You see what I'm saying? From their wishes. You know, like in Star Wars. What Obi-Wan and all of the Jedi used to do when they wanted something done, they would hit them with a Jedi mind trick, you know. They always say that the Jedi mind trick they use on the weak-minded. They can never use it on the strong-minded like you or myself, because we can see through the bullshit. But they always use it on the weak-minded, where there's a whole science to the Jedi mind trick. You see what I'm saying? There's a whole science to that shit. See what I'm saying? that most people don't really know about. They call it Sleight magic, you know. Well, that's what I call it, Sleight magic. You know, the motherfuckers that y'all see that claiming they magicians, but they actually are just illusionists, you know, using different techniques. It's a real low form of magic in a way. It's a real low form of magic that deals in trickery, deception, you know, illusions, and so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? Misdirection. So, you know, just those magicians out there that just do it for entertainment and stuff like that. But it's a whole fucking science and psychology that go with those tricks and techniques. See what I'm saying? It's 6 aspects to this Sleight magic. It's called mentalism. Of course, we already know mentalism is a law. All is mind, mind is all, right? Or all is mental, mind is all, however you like to see it. That's the first law that's the first Hermetic law. Well, this group here usually masters at this law. They know how to trick you into doing stuff. They know how to whisper, in your ear to get you to do this and to get you to do that. They know how to do a lot of things that deals with the mind, because they heavy with manipulating it. They study it relentlessly. They even tell you that they have techniques for tricking you and deceiving you. So much so that it took notice with fucking the CIA. See what I'm saying? There's literally a pamphlet out there called CIA and Magic. Trickery and Deception. I think that, yeah, I got a picture of it. I got a picture of it for y'all. It's called CIA Trickery and Deception. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this hard. It's on this on Amazon. Right there. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Aaliyah? The CIA Manual of Trickery and Deception. Check out what they say about this. CIA field agent in the Cold War era of the 1950s, the official CIA manual of the trickery and deception is now available to the general public. An amazing historical artifact, this eye-opening handbook offers step-by-step instructions to covert intelligence operatives in all manner of sleight of hand and trickery designed to thwart the Communist Party. Part of the company's infamous MK Ultra, a secret mind control and chemical interrogation research program. This legendary document, the brainchild of John Mulholland, then America's most famous magician, was believed lost forever. But thanks to former CIA gadgeteer Bob Wallace and renowned spycraft historian H. Keith Milton, the official CIA manual of trickery and deception is now available to everyone, spy and civilian alike. So they telling you right there. They telling you right there that there's a whole science to this. You get on Amazon, it used to be free. But they were like, we can't let these niggas get this for free. You used to just download on PDF, because, you know, when CIA declassified all their documents, you could get it, you just download it. But now they make you pay for it. It's like $15. And it goes over these 6 principles that they learn from these Sleight magicians. You see what I'm saying? These sleight of hand magicians. The next one is stage management. Manipulating the environment to create a desired effect that upon the audience. You see what I'm saying? That you are dealing with. See what I'm saying? So they're real good at creating a stage. You see what I'm saying? Creating an environment that makes you feel good, that throws you off. But really, it's a lot of fuckery going on behind the scenes. See what I'm saying? What's up, Ty? Then they have what you like to call coin tricks. You see what I'm saying? Which is deception and performance. So, you know, they give you a lot of coin tricks. They use how they open up most of the time, coin and card tricks. And they practice these abilities to build up their deceptive gameplay. And their ability to perform as well. So that's what these coin tricks are about. You know, learning how to use your hands, manipulate objects with the hands, creating, you know, different desired results for whatever they're doing. You see what I'm saying? Next is disguise. Masters of Disguise. Remember the movie Masters of Disguise? Yeah, they had a concept in there called Energico, where you learn to fuse your true being into a persona, so much so to where you become that persona. Well, they master this ability. See what I'm saying? They master the ability to also and change their personas at will. You see what I'm saying? So you may think you're talking to Karen one day, next day you see if she Jeanette around this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? She Jeanette. Next, escapology. The ability to play through your escape, or playing through your escape. Yes, I think the baddest motherfucking magician who's a master of escapology was Harry Houdini. See what I'm saying? Harry Houdini was a master escapologist around here. And he could literally use his skills to fucking plan through his escape. He was a master at that. You know, you gotta plan through your escape. You gotta figure out a way out just in case shit goes south. Masters of this. They are masters of this as well. We're gonna get into all that. And of course, finally, sleight of hand and sleight of mouth, which is the ability to control the perception so that you can control reality. We've talked about this before, this concept. Control the perception and you control the reality. So this is no different. This is no different than what we got going on here. So yeah, this don't change nothing when you're dealing with this. So this is what Sleight magic really is. But what is it? You know, what is Sleight magic? It is old science and a lower form of magic that was used in ancient times to create trickery, illusion, stage man, special effects, deception, and misdirection. Oh yes, whole science to this, y'all. Whole science to this Sleight magic concept. So what is hypnosis? You know, we gotta get into all this. You know, how they write narratives. You gotta understand what all they're doing out here. What's up, Akachi? So you gotta understand what all they're doing out here. What is hypnosis? Hypnosis is the practice of making a connection with the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind, and using a series of meditative and mental techniques to manipulate and impregnate your subconscious mind and unconscious mind with different thoughts and suggestions. You see what I'm saying? They call it suggestion. What is suggestion? It's a whisper. It's a verbal whisper into your subconscious. Like, say for example, you ever just heard somebody whisper, say for example, Jim. Somebody whisper Jim into your ear, and then you don't think nothing about it. Then later on that day, you just think about Jim for no fucking reason, because your subconscious mind fed it back to your conscious mind. That's what a suggestion is. A silent whisper to your subconscious and unconscious mind. See what I'm saying? So what's up, Imot? So this is what you got going on here. So so hypnosis is a whole science of connecting with the brain. They call it creating a rapport or connection with your mind, with these two minds, and learn to impregnate them with different and install different suggestions in them, so that when they're ready, they can do whatever they want to do. You know, and they have already practiced this. It is already a 5 signs. You see what I'm saying? You know, they got a whole fucking weaponized science, weaponized field called covert hypnosis. Go check it out. Covert hypnosis is literally mental warfare for the most part. War of the minds. What's up, Rob Ramos? It's literally mental warfare for the mind. You know, I always call covert hypnosis mental kung fu, because they is mental attacks on your subconscious that you can use to throw a motherfucker off balance, to say different things, to attack their minds, just like the Jedi. You see what I'm saying? Just like the Jedi. You know, y'all have all seen the Jedi mind tricks in Star Wars, so I ain't gonna bore you with that. But I got a scene in the movie The Men Who Stared Ghosts. Oh, we're gonna get into all that shit. We're gonna get into all that. I got a scene here where he channels this energy, his psychic energy, into think it's Ronald or Run's mind, and cuz even feels this energy as he's sending it to him. So hold on, let me see here. Here we go.
Choke me. What am I gonna do? I don't know. There's too many sharp edges. It's okay. You can attack me. What's with the quotation fingers? saying I'm only capable of ironic attacking or something. Choke me. Well, if I choose to choke you, what are you going to do? I'm going to interrupt your thought pattern. See, I barely moved. Physics-wise, not much going on here. It's the psychic energy that's important. You okay? Oh, sharp edges. Yeah. You felt fear, though, in the beginning? Yes. Did you say that level of fear was abnormal? I don't know. I was pretty terrified anyway, but the fear I felt on the run-up to the choking was, unusual. You know why? Because it wasn't you. It was me. I was inside your head, fighting with the mind.
He was inside his head, fighting with the mind. See, he said, and I quote in that movie, Jedi don't fight with their bodies or with weapons. They fight with their minds. See what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into that a little bit more. But I just wanted to show you how he channeled that fear into him before he even attacked him and fucked him up. See what I'm saying? Fucked him up. So this is what you got going on here. This you got going on. So that's what hypnosis is, which leads us to mind control. What is mind control? Mind control is the ability to manipulate a person's mind without them knowing. See what I'm saying? Without them even motherfucking knowing. So that's what he did. He set that fear into him. That fear knocked him off balance, and then he attacked him. He just moved out the way and just flipped him over as he attacked him. Shit, he didn't do much. He just did a little martial art move and throw his ass out the way. So Camlish, throw his ass out the way. So to fuck him up, because he had already controlled his mind. You see what I'm saying? He was already whooping his ass in his mind. He had already beat him in his mind. And old buddy, who had no mental defense against his mental sorcery, whooped his ass. You see what I'm saying? In his mind. So when he did the physical act, he was already defeated in his mind. He just followed through physically. You see what I'm saying? He already whooped that ass in his mind. So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. Then, so that leads us to what? What is propaganda? It is media-induced hypnosis. Oh, yes. That's a big one, too. So, everybody asks me, like, why is the media so powerful? It's because they feed you subliminal hypnosis day in, day out. They call this mythoposis. What is mythoposis? It is a hypnotic narrative that a person creates for you to believe in. A hypnotic narrative that a person creates for you to believe in. You see what I'm saying? So all the while that it's not really happening. It's just what they're feeding you. See what I'm saying? They feed you a particular storyline, even though that storyline is not even really happening. And they're gonna have actors, both crisis. Because there's many different types of actors. You got crisis actors. You got actors. you got dramatic actors. You got all different types of actors across the board. Saying that there's just one type of actor is like saying that there's one type of engineer or one type of goddamn physicist. You see what I'm saying? There's multiple types of physicists and scientists and engineers. So naturally there's multiple types of multiple types of actors. You see what I'm saying? They do different things. So you got emotional actors. You got all different types of actors. You see what I'm saying? That you have to learn about. So this is what you got going on. This is what you got going on with this propaganda. So they feeding you this through their media-induced hypnosis known as media. You see what I'm saying? They use it with social media. Because there's all different types of media. You got social media. You got television. You got movies. You got TV shows. You got anime and cartoons. You got Broadway shows. You see what I'm saying? Stage shows, List goes on as to the many different types of shows there is. See what I'm saying? What's up, Nikki? So this is what's happening here. This is what's happening with this propaganda. So what goes on is they feed you this bullshit, and you end up believing it because they keep feeding it to you, and you can't help but believe it after a while after you've heard it so much. and you finally give into it, and that's when they got you. That's when they got you. See what I'm saying? That's when they finally got you mentally. So how do they do it? They misdirect you into thinking one thing is happening when something else is actually happening. What is misdirection? Misdirection is what the eyes see and the ears hear, the mind believes. You see what I'm saying? It's what the eyes see and the ears hear, the mind believes. John Travolta said this in the movie Swordfish. You see what I'm saying? He said this, I quote. So I need you to see and hear one thing so your mind believes it, but I'm doing something else completely different on the side. You see what I'm saying? So misdirection is all about distracting the senses to create a desired effect. See what I'm saying? To create a desired effect. Oh, these are master illusionists. They even got a book on it. I'm gonna show that to you in a second. So there you go. So what is illusion? We gotta talk about what is an illusion. An illusion is a person, place, thing, event, or idea that is wrongly perceived by the senses, which creates a false idea, belief, or reality in your mind. Once again, an illusion is a person, place, or thing, or event, idea that is wrongly perceived by the senses, which creates a false idea or belief or reality in your mind. So that's all they gotta do. Create a narrative. You know, shit, most people don't read, they don't study, they just watch what the fuck we do and laugh and be entertained, ha. They never really look past the surface. So we just on the surface, we just feed them some bullshit. You know, some entertainment, something for them to enjoy. And when they do this, and doing this creates creates an illusion that makes you think like, you know what? They created this illusion, and I'm gonna accept it, cause you know I don't feel like actually doing no more work other than accepting it. So we had a whole field of people out here, whether it's starseeds or truthers or whatever, that just they spend all day just figuring out what the fuck these niggas doing. Like that's their whole job all day is to debunk all the fucking lies and deception and trickery and tricknology that these motherfuckers come up with on a daily basis. Yeah, they have a whole team for that. Like they have a whole team of agents in all branches of the government. It's like 79 of them. That all they do is disseminate lies, deceptions, special effects, and misdirections. That's all they do, day in and day out. You see what I'm saying? That's all they do. So there you go. Lexus commercial companies got in trouble for using subliminal messages back in the 90s. Well, guess what? They still doing it. They didn't stop them. They got in trouble for it, but they let them go. You know, they got in trouble for it. They got called out on it, but it didn't matter because they just let it go. They just caused a false flag, which is a misdirected event to get you to pay attention to that event while we resolve this one over here, while that court case is being resolved. And you never hear the outcome of the court case. So and eventually the objective is to make you forget about whatever the actual event is. That's what all misdirection does. It creates an illusion, making you think that there's something else going on, and meanwhile there's something else going on. You see what I'm saying? The main, to distract you from the main events. So this is what's happening here. So this espionage shit is something serious. So what is espionage? Espionage is the practice of using covert methods to obtain information and utilize it to make, break, or influence a particular entity, whether it be a government, whether it be a regime, whether it be a revolutionary group, whether it be a resistance, whether it be the masses. The masses is considered an entity to the U.S. government. You see what I'm saying? They considered an entity to the U.S. government. Actually, in the U.S. corporation, all masses is capital. They consider capital. And we make our money off manipulating that capital, like we do any good fucking form of money. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the average person is to the U.S. government, this fictional government. So yes, so $1 million question: is the CIA using espionage and Sleight magic on us? Hell yeah. MK Ultra, experiments, everything. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into the book, Experiencing the Impossible. Now that y'all got a basic understanding of what the hell going on here. Then we're gonna get into some other things as well. See what I'm saying? Experiencing the impossible. Let's see here. Let's start with memory illusions. Page 136. Let's get us on here. It's called Experiencing the Impossible, The Signs of Magic. The Signs of Magic by Gustav Kuhn. Right there. Gustav Kuhn. And he wrote this book on Sleight magic. So let me let y'all know what some of the things he's been saying. Let's see. Misdirection. He tell you misdirection lies at the center of magic theory. Right there. Right there. And he tell you right here, many principles in misdirection involve manipulating cognitive mental process other than attention, such as how we remember an event or make sense of it. Like I just told you. So there you go. On what misdirection is right there. And I hadn't even gotten to the page I'm actually trying to get to. Just cycling through some of this. You see what I'm saying? Let's see here. They even talk about magic. You think magic ain't real? These niggas. Now, if you're looking at this as a spiritual book, they hate spiritualists. So this is not a spiritual book. This is from a purely mental standpoint. What's up, Demi? You see what I'm saying? Look at this as a purely mental standpoint. That's all you look at this as. No more, no less. Like say, for example, the second law of sympathetic magic is the law of similarity, which states that things that resemble one another physically share fundamental properties. This law assumes that images of an object, person, or animal are somehow equal to the object itself. You see what I'm saying? And then you got the law of contagion or the law of contact. You see what I'm saying? So this what you got going on here. So let's actually make it to my page. Let's see here. Anything else? Of course, manipulating how you see. The sight has blind spots. Like I always tell y'all, this body's been compromised. Y'all the boy created. So of course the body has weaknesses. Natural weaknesses. The eye is one of them. There's literally a blind spot. That's weird. They didn't even show up. Oh well. Anyway, yeah. There's a blind spot called the optic disc or the optic nerve where you can't see, and if you hold your face to a certain distance, you'll notice your hand begins to blur and disappear. It is usually 3 to 6 inches, but you'll notice a blurriness there, and that lets you know where your blind spot is. You see what I'm saying? And there's many different tricks just to fucking manipulate that. So this body's been compromised by the demiurge, and these the children of the demiurge, the Order of Archons, have figured out multiple ways on how to use it against you. So even though I am experiencing my visual environment as if it included full sensory detail and the actual sensory information that my eyes are providing at each point in time is far less complete, because anything that does not fall within the fovea is blurred and coarse, like I just said. You see what I'm saying? Like I just said. So yeah. And then they got another one called inattentional misdirection, which just basically means whatever we don't pay attention to is not part of our reality. You see what I'm saying? Whatever we don't pay attention to is not part of our reality. So definitely. Let's see here. And they also got another concept called change blindness. Let's see. Change blindness can occur in many ways, such as making the change during an eye blink or a brief occlusion of the changing object. You see what I'm saying? So definitely. Another equally surprising phenomenon that highlights the gaps in our mental representations is known as change blindness. Let's see. In this study, participants failed to detect changes in word fonts. So, in this blank place matched the visual transition that would normally have appeared at the location where the changes occur. They telling you, just you blinking your eyes is a form of blindness. You see what I'm saying? Because your eyes have to what? Readjust themselves. Readjust themselves. And so they said change blindness and inattentional blindness demonstrate the massive surprising gaps that can exist in our conscious awareness. So they know that this is a whole science. You see what I'm saying? This is a whole science. They said, check this out. Inattentional blindness also helps explain some of the key principles of magic. One of the golden rules states that you should never perform the same trick using the same method twice. And people are indeed far more likely to notice the cigarette or lighter drop when the same trick is repeated, because you're now aware of it. See what I'm saying? You're now aware of it. So yeah. So now let me get to my page. Finally, we getting somewhere. We finally getting somewhere here. Let me see here. So yeah, change blindness is real. Just shifting your perception creates blind spots. Memory illusions. Let's see. Well, I said page 136. Yeah. Memory misdirection is an important technique that allows magicians to erase memories that contain crucial information about how a magic trick works. So if magicians can do it, you don't think the CIA and the media can do it? Because they learn from each other. They've exchanged information, right? So now, this is how they do it. First, the magician must let some time elapse between the method and the effect. As time passes, our memories start to fade, and time is one of the most powerful psychological processes that lead to forgetting. Second, Tamariz employs a verbal suggestion that helps erase that particular memory, just like they showed you in Star Wars. You will go get the water for me, and it's a few seconds elapse, and then it hits the fucking bin, and you're like, I will go get the water for you, and they go get it. Well, this shit is actually real. There's actually a science to that. See what I'm saying? They just not using their force on their level. They may just using their minds, but they're not using their spirits to this degree. But the psychological process is already there. That's what George Duke is getting all this shit from. You see what I'm saying? Verbal suggestion combined with memory misdirection. And so they're using all this to attack the mind. Let's see here. Let's see what else here. Change blindness highlights astonishing short-term memory failures, and it demonstrates two surprising limitations. First, unless we attend to things in our surroundings, we simply do not perceive them, let alone remember them. Second, people vastly overestimate their ability to notice things, and they misjudge the amount they remember. Oh yeah. So we remember far less than we think. So yeah. Yeah, this is real. And then we do not notice the huge gaps in our conscious experience because the grand illusion is rarely challenged. So most people don't even challenge their thoughts or their memories or anything. And then they got a whole science on just misremembering, creating false memories to corrupt your actual memories. Oh yeah. They developed this shit, y'all. He says here, false memories are indistinguishable from real past experiences. We should be able to change our past. It is indeed relatively easy to implant false memories after an event has occurred. I just said it, didn't I? So they can implant false memories onto your actual experiences and corrupt the actual experiences. You see what I'm saying? Because time fades your memories. Your memories are not stored like you think they are. They're not stored in a memory bank unless they have a profound emotional effect on you. Instead, they kind of like just float around in your subconscious mind until you need them, and then the subconscious mind will get information when you're thinking about them, and it will summon the images. But an image is not always accurate because that image doesn't always show everything that happens. So you gotta do what? Flip from image to image until you create what? The big picture. And sometimes some of those pieces of the puzzles have been changed. Like today, I'm drinking a water bottle that says Niagara. Well, 3 weeks from now or a month from now, if I look back on this memory, or a year from now, you know, if I look back on this particular memory where I did this lecture, and I don't look at the lecture to see what water bottle type of water I was drinking, I would easily this memory could easily get corrupted because I would start thinking, was it Niagara or the Sunny? Was it the other water types? You see what I'm saying? What's up, Jeremy? You know, was it any other water types? So they have skills to corrupt your actual memories. You see what I'm saying? However, suggestive memory techniques have been used to implant memories that are simply impossible. So they can either create memories that you think are impossible, but just because they've put them there, you're thinking about them. So even though some of the shit we see on TV is fucking ridiculous and we know it, we don't care enough to call it on this bullshit because the grand illusion is rarely ever challenged. You see what I'm saying? Most people don't think about that. You see what I'm saying? They don't challenge that shit. You know, let's see here. One simple way of changing a person's memory is to manipulate the context in which the information is encoded. Need I say more? So, your information is encoded in a certain way. You remember as a child swinging on a swing set, jumping off the swing set, and you landed by the fucking monkey bar. I can come along and say, you sure it was the monkey bar? And then you begin to question your own fucking memory, and then you begin to scramble. That creates a scrambling effect in your mind, and you begin to ask yourself, was it the monkey bar, or was it the bench that was next to it, that was in front of it, or just away from it? And then you have to sit there for a second just to ponder that until you realize, okay, yeah, it was the monkey bar because the monkey bar colors was this, and that. And then I can come back and ask you, are you sure the monkey bar colors was blue? Now you got to sit there and ponder, was that shit even blue? Was it red? Was it green? Was it yellow? And so we wasted 15, 20 minutes on just you making sure what you telling me is accurate because I question your memory. You see what I'm saying? I question it. So that fucked you up. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Davari? What's up, Ketchia? So this is what you got going on. Let's see here. And they call these memory suggestions. Let's see. Another way of implanting false memories is to ask people to simply imagine that an event has taken place. Check this out. Mental imagery is a powerful tool to enhance your memory, and some mnemonic mental strategies rely on forming visual images of the items to be remembered. These techniques are surprisingly effective, but they can also distort your memories. For example, simply imagining a fictitious childhood event can result in falsely remembering it. Need I say more? Need I say more? Need I say more? So there you go. So just imagine a false childhood can corrupt your actual childhood. That's basically what he's saying. Imagining a false childhood can corrupt the memory of your actual childhood. How about that, y'all? So yeah, this is what we're talking about here. Check out what he says next. He said, many of these memory distortions result from source monitoring errors. Many of these memory distortions result from source monitoring errors in which people incorrectly attribute recollected experiences. For example, you might hear about a story from your friend and later report having read about it in the newspaper. George W. Bush had a vivid memory of seeing the first plane crash into the World Trade Center and falsely attributed this memory to first hearing about the attack. Hillary Clinton made a similar attribution error in 2008 when she claimed to remember landing under sniper fire when arriving in Bosnia, a memory distortion exploited by her political rival. Source monitoring errors are extremely common, and magicians frequently use them against you. Now, magicians, these are the stage magicians, use them against you. But think when I say stage magicians, also think about the CIA, the media, politics, all that shit, because they all in cahoots with each other. So the magicians are using it against you, and the politicians and the fucking media and everybody else is using it against you as well. So there you go. There you go. These verbal statements automatically activate mental representations of the events. Later, when you try to work out how the trick was done, you remember something about shuffling the cards, but you might fail to recall the true source of the information. Hence, you falsely believe that you actually carried out the action. I mean, hell, you know, this is what you're dealing with here. These motherfuckers know, these motherfuckers got our numbers mentally. Yeah, you know, mentally. You know, I listened to one of the Muslims from the Nation of Islam, and, you know, he had both Muslim training in the FOI, and he had both military training in the U.S. And the interviewer asked him, he said, so which one is more powerful? And Cuz said, physically, the NOI training was the truth. Mentally, the U.S. government's training was the truth. He said they psychological aspect to anything is on a whole other level, like nothing he had ever seen. He said that psychologically they can kick your ass. They create the illusion of kicking your ass, and you don't even think you lost until it's too late. You see what I'm saying? That's how powerful they is mentally. So he was like, you can't underestimate your enemy, because these are master tacticians, master strategists, master psychologists, masters of deception. You see what I'm saying? And trickery. So yeah, let's continue here. Let's see here. All our thoughts and beliefs rely on how we remember the past. We treasure some memories like precious objects. An idea of people manipulating or erasing them makes us feel uncomfortable. However, in this chapter we have seen that our memories are much more fragile and malleable, meaning they can be affected easily. You know, malleable just mean that something can be bent or broken easily. You see what I'm saying? That's basically what malleable means. It could be transformed, transmuted way more easier than what it should be. You see what I'm saying? That's what malleable means. Where something is rigid, it's hard to change it. But malleable is the opposite of rigidness, and that it's easy to change. You see what I'm saying? So we are tricked into believing that our memories represent accurate snapshots of our past. In reality, they are far less complete and reliable than we assume. So yeah. Magicians often manipulate our memories using a range of memory misdirection techniques, which result in people recalling a rather different sequence of events. And he goes on to say, just because we remember it, however, does not mean that we have experienced it, nor does it prove that the event ever occurred. Nor does it prove that the event ever occurred in the first place. There you go. There you go. Now then, where are we here? I went over change blindness. Oh, that's a good one. Mind control and the magician's force. Oh yes, oh yes. Let us take a stroll down that road there. Let's see here. Let's see here. Page 151. This is where it started getting good. They call it the magician's force. That's what they call this. The magician's force. Or the Sleighter's force. They also known as Slaters. Here we go. This is what he said. Although your choice may have felt as... Hold on. Imagine that a magician asks you to pick a card from a fully shuffled deck. However, before you do so, he declares that he has made a prediction that is sealed inside an envelope, right? To everyone's amazement, the prediction matches your freely chosen card. How is this possible? Although your choice may have felt as though it was free, the magician in fact forced you to choose that particular card, a principle that magicians refer to as the Force. While the Force is commonly applied in card magic, magicians also use this principle to influence a wide range of selections. The key purpose of magician's force is to influence a person's choice without them being aware of it, just like in Star Wars. In some instances, the magician has full control over your decision, while in others, he simply increases the probability that you will choose a particular item. So there you go. And then they go on to say, it is important to note that forcing is distinct or different from other forms of social persuasion, such as when a salesman tries to indirectly yet overtly persuade you to buy his product. Let's see here. In the magician's force, your choice has been systematically biased, but you feel like the selection was entirely free. So they already set it up for you to fail, but they give you the feeling that you have the choice, or the illusion of choice, as they call it. They already set it up for you to fail, or set it up in a certain way for shit to go down, but they still give you the illusion or feeling or choice or free will. Oh yeah. And that's how the whole system designed, by the way, off that basic principle. This magician's force that they talking about, or the Force, the illusionary force, or they're using the force to cast illusionary spells in many different ways. A spell ain't gotta just be a verbal. See, when we say spells are programs created to do specific things. So when we say spell, it ain't always gotta be in the traditional sense of the word magic. A spell could be me telling you we going to the store, but I don't tell you which store. You see what I'm saying? So until you get to the store, you're surprised at which store, because I wasn't specific. Just that alone fucks you up, because the whole time you get there, and unless you ask, you wondering what store we going to. So, since how you are in a state of suspense, the store you get to could either be good because you want to go in the store, or it could be bad because you don't want to go in the store, or it could be neutral because you care less that you're there in the first place. You see what I'm saying? But the illusion of me just saying we going to the store and me not being specific to which store, or me actually being specific to which store and not telling you that we're going to multiple stores before we get to that store. I'm telling you we going to TJ Maxx, for example, or we go to TJ Maxx. So I tell you we go to TJ Maxx. Well, I didn't tell you that I'm gonna stop by Lowe's first. I didn't tell you that I'm going to Walmart first. I didn't tell you that I was gonna stop at 3 different stores before I even get to that point. And that used to piss me off as a kid. Woman, you said we was going to Walmart. Why the fuck has we with the Kmart, Food World, and goddamn Walgreens before we got to Walmart? You said we was going to one fucking location, and we hadn't even made it to that location, and we went to 3 other locations. That's a spell. Cause you programmed me with thinking that you was going to Walmart, but in actuality, you went to other places before you even got to Walmart. So I had to live out your storyline for the day, because you said we was doing one thing and we didn't get to that point until you felt like you wanted to get to that point, and you dragged me with you. You see what I'm saying? You dragged me with you. Or like I said, I can tell you we going to the store, but I don't tell you which store. So once again, you dragging me along in your storyline, because I know we going to the store, but I don't know which one. So I'm sitting there in a state of suspense until we get to the store that you want to go, which I may or may not like. This is all fucking illusion. There you go, Jeremy. Genjutsu. Genjutsu is Japanese for illusionary techniques. Whole science is on this. This all these motherfuckers specialize in is Genjutsu, the magician's force, as they call it. Yeah, in Japan they call it genjutsu, but over here they call it the magician's force. See what I'm saying? The West. Let's see here. Check this out. There are many different ways to force your decision as there are to misdirect your attention. You see what I'm saying? However, let us look at some of the most common forcing principles. Many forcing techniques rely on restricting your choice by making it physically impossible to choose another item. What? So, I give you water and I give you a book. Now, right? I gave you those two options. Now, automatically, you want the water. But I jacked the water prices up to $50. And the book is only $10. So, you only got $20. You see what I'm saying? You only got $20. So, naturally, it's a 99.9% chance that you're going to buy this book or you're just going to walk away from both of them. You see what I'm saying? But it's a 99.9% chance that if these are the two things I offer you and you only got money for this object, then you in trouble. You see what I'm saying? Because now you're only going to buy this. The illusion is I wanted you to buy this book the whole time. I didn't want you to buy the water. I want my water. You see what I'm saying? That's the spell. I want to get rid of this fucking book. You see what I'm saying? This book means nothing to me. But I'm going to drink this water. You see, I can find uses for this water, but this book, on the other hand, I ain't gonna be able to find uses for. So, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna lower the price of this book and jack up the prices of this water to make you more intrigued just off price alone to buy the book. You look into the book for no reason that you wouldn't even look into the book because you thirsty. You want water. But you start looking into the book anyway, you got your little $10 in hand, you say, you know what, this ain't a bad book. And you buy it. So not only did you get rid of my book for me, I just made a $10 profit and I get to keep my water. Guess what they talking about here when they talking about forcing principles. You see what I'm saying? I get to keep my motherfucking water. And drink it. And got another $10 and I got rid of that fucking book anyway that I didn't need. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. That's how this shit works. You see what I'm saying? So now, let's continue. Let's see here. For example, in the classic force, the magician spreads the cards in a particular way and times its spread in action so that your hand reaches for the intended card precisely at the right moment. So, I fed you an item that I wanted you to get. You got it. I already knew what it was, and I just told you about it. But you thought that it was magic because you had never seen me, or you had never seen a motherfucker guess a card out of 51. Damn, this nigga the truth. But in actuality, I already fed you that card by marking it, by moving it in a subtle way, and you felt the energy of that move. You felt that vibration. Oh, I want that card there. That shit feel good. See what I'm saying? I felt that vibration. So you get that 4 of spades, you put it back in there. I know it's the 4 of spades. I feed it back to you. You give me $15. I made a $15 profit today. I was just trickery. That's how it works. That's how it works right there. So now, let's continue here. While the magician forced you to pick that card, you feel like it was your own choice. But although you feel as though you had the opportunity to pick any card, you end up with the card that the magician pushed between your fingers. Now, check this out. Other forcing techniques rely on exploring people's stereotypical behavior. For example, if you place 4 cards on the table and ask the spectator to touch one, he is unlikely to touch the cards on the outside and is most likely to go for the one just right of the center. Similarly, when you ask someone to choose a number between 1 and 10, the most common answer is 7. J. Olson and colleagues have recently measured the probability of naming different playing cards, and their analysis reveals that some cards, such as the Ace of Hearts and Queen of Hearts, are the most commonly named cards. So, say for example, stereotypical. If a white person walk in the room, they expect me, and walk into a restaurant, They have a 90% probability that I'm gonna order chicken. Just our stereotypical knowledge, right? If a black man, see a white person walking in the room, there's a 90% probability they're gonna order steak, medium rare. This is our stereotypical logic and knowledge, right? When you walk up to them and you call them on it, it fucks up their mind. You know, a person walk up to you, so what you want, a steak medium rare, and you joke with them, and you be like, how did you know? Stereotypical knowledge that white people like steaks medium rare. But that was the illusion. I fed you that program, but you already made up in your mind that you was going to get it anyway. I just called you on it. That's all. But it felt like magic because I told you something that you was going to do before you even did it. There you go. So, now they got another one. The visual saliency force is mostly closely linked to one of the principles that Darren Brown claimed to be using. Here the magician asks the spectator to mentally choose a card as the magician rapidly flips through them. Each card is only visible for a split second, but one of them, the force card, remains visible for a bit longer. Olsen and colleagues have demonstrated that this principle can effectively influence people's choice nearly every time, 98%, yet very few notice that their choice has been influenced. So, visual saliency is the practice of tricking somebody into picking something more than they would pick something else, which is what I just talked about earlier with the water bottle and the book analogy. See what I'm saying? So, and there are countless other force techniques that rely on people's interpretation of an event. Magician's choice force, where you generally make a free choice, but the magician frames the selection process in a way that will always result in you choosing a forced item. Let me read that again. Magician's choice force, meaning where you genuinely make a free choice, but the magician frames the selection process in a way that will always result in you choosing the forced item. Here you go. This is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with. So this is what you're dealing with. So, and because of this principle, it always ensures that you always end up with the forced card, and it's often applied using more than 2 cards. Now, you do have a genuinely free choice, as he says, as long as you never witness the alternative outcomes. It is very difficult to discover that the outcome of your selection was rigged. Heavy, right? Jedi mind tricks, right? Genjutsu, right? Shit. And most people don't even know that this is happening. So, and like I said, if the magician's doing it to you, and the politician's doing it to you, the scientists are doing it to you, the media is doing it to you, so on and so forth. Down the line, down the list. The magician's force is extremely effective and surreptitious method to manipulate your choice. The magician's force is extremely effective and surreptitious method to manipulate your choice. So the magician's force is all about Jedi mind tricking you into doing whatever the fuck they want to do. See what I'm saying? Jedi mind tricks, baby. Y'all gotta get y'all some. It is clear from this short discussion that magicians have powerful techniques to influence your choice, and we are starting to learn more about why they work. Scientific studies on forcing have revealed that people experience these forced choices as genuinely free. For example, people feel no difference between choices that were genuinely free and those that were forced onto them. So there you go. There you go. There you go. But as long as people have the illusion of choice, then they're good. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's forced on them or it's an actual natural feeling of free will. So yeah, then he gets into the mind control through subliminal persuasion with the CIA. The CIA set up Project MK Ultra in nearly 80 universities, spent the next decade exploring and testing cutting-edge mind control techniques, which range from hypnosis to mind-altering psychedelic substance. The research involved administering drugs such as LSD without the subject's consent, after which information on their behavior was secretly gathered. Even at the time, This research was considered highly unethical, so most of the documentation was destroyed, and it is therefore difficult to assess the details of the program. Hallucinogenic drugs and even alcohol can significantly alter our minds, but it is rather doubtful as to whether they can be implemented to control more specific behaviors. Psychologists and government agencies have spent much time and effort researching alternative forms of mind control, and many of them have tried to exploit the idea of tapping into our unconscious minds. It says a long and dark history of scientists and government agents searching for subversive ways to influence people's behavior. A long and dark. Notice he said long and dark history. So yeah. See, our ancestors, they had a whole program just teaching you how to see through illusions in every which way possible. Well, these niggas had a whole program on how to cast illusions on you. Many different ways. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Now, check out what they say about controlling your mind using unconscious primes. The key principle underlying this unconscious persuasion technique, which is also known as subliminal perception, involves presenting you with a prime, which is some visual or auditory stimulus that you cannot perceive consciously, but which still influence your choice in some way. Advertisements, poster boards, McDonald's sign, fucking, some positive ones too, like direction signs, stop signs, traffic lights, anything that builds a reality. Any program that builds a reality in your mind without you really paying attention to it is known as subliminal perception. You see what I'm saying? Subliminal perception here. Let's see here. It gets deep, y'all. The concept of subliminal mind control also caught the government's attention, and attempts were made to ban this form of advertising. Like Alexis was saying earlier. You see what I'm saying? Subliminal advertising. They never actually tested the system, and the results they published in the paper were fabricated. Lies. They know what the fuck they doing. This is just one particular event. In Star Wars, they got what this concept called the invisible hand. Now, you can manipulate the subconscious all you want, because it's the auto mind. But the unconscious mind, for more evolved individuals, have what you call the invisible hand. And this is, if you try to penetrate a person's unconscious mind, and depending on how force sensitive they are, or how advanced they are, even their subconscious mind is hard to penetrate. It will be, your mind will be repelled by this invisible force, or this invisible, which they call the invisible hand, which is a natural psychic barrier inside of you to protect your subconscious and unconscious minds from being penetrated. There's actual science called subconscious and unconscious militarization. You can actually militarize your subconscious and unconscious mind. Like I told y'all about this in my Inception, when I just coded the movie Inception. You can actually develop this invisible hand and these psychic forces in your subconscious mind and unconscious mind, so that motherfuckers who try to feed you images, you could create subconscious soldiers and unconscious soldiers that when they try to feed you particular images, those subconscious soldiers will stop and fucking send that shit to your conscious mind and alert it to what's going on, and the image will reappear in your conscious mind for you to analyze it. And from there, you can choose to destroy it or do whatever you gonna do. You see what I'm saying? Do whatever you gonna do. You can choose to destroy that shit, throw it away in your energetic garbage can, whatever, so you can get it out your subconscious and unconscious mind. Right? But there's a whole science on creating this subconscious military and unconscious military in your mind to protect you from covert warfare. You see what I'm saying? Covert warfare. So yeah. So I've talked about this for years, and it's an easy technique. what you do is in your mind, you visualize a glowing egg. And you visualize this glowing egg hatching. And out this glowing egg comes an energetic military. Now this military will then start to set up installations and all over your subconscious and unconscious mind, protecting it from foreign attacks and entities, like any good military, right? And it will police any image that in your heart of hearts, you know has something wrong with it. So, and you could practice that in your mind, activating your subconscious military. You see what I'm saying? So you could be hip to this subconscious mental warfare and unconscious mental warfare on your mind, cause they telling you they have techniques to attack this shit. See what I'm saying? And he on a white state side of the equation. So he what I like to call a white hat scientist. So he ain't on the black hat side of the equation, which is the covert side. He on the white hat side, which is the overt side. So he ain't even privy to all the information. This is just what he figured out with his experiments. You see what I'm saying? So think about what the black hat fucking scientists are doing. You see what I'm saying? Because they have no fucking morality. Everything is permitted on the covert side of the equation. Fucking Assassin's Creed. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, let's see here. You even got subliminal seduction. Oh, y'all gonna really love this one. Which suggests there might be easier ways of controlling your mind. Key claim that advertisers embed sexual images of body parts such as breasts and genitals, which, while not immediately obvious to the observer, are picked up by our unconscious mind. Key argued that these hidden symbolic messages stimulate our unconscious mind, which in turn motivates us to purchase the advertised products and brands. Keyword: sex, beauty, a hot model, a fucking muscular man, all the shit that arouses the passions inside of you. Damn, just because he holding it, your conscious mind be like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. But your subconscious and unconscious mind may feed it to you later while you ain't thinking about it. That's the trick. They don't give a damn about now. Now they know it won't work because that's your conscious mind. What about 2 hours later? You looking at that burger on TV. You ain't hungry right now, so you don't even give a fuck about it. But 5 hours later, when you get hungry, what's the first thing you think about? That subliminal image of that burger on TV. So now you riding the hardest getting that burger that you seen on TV. Subliminal seduction. You see what I'm saying? Subliminal seduction. You seen a beautiful woman holding a spray bottle, a spray can, hairspray. Yeah, we'll take hairspray. Beautiful woman holding hairspray. Usually, in the now, you don't give a fuck about that. But one day, down the timeline, your ass run out of hairspray. So now you need hairspray. All of a sudden, what pops in your head? The image of that beautiful woman holding that hairspray. Now, you don't even use that product, but because of that image influencing your subconscious and unconscious mind, you are willing to give it a try. Yep. Now, y'all wonder why fucking they work their asses off to create advertisements anywhere they can. Why you need advertisement for a 4-minute video? Subliminal seduction. What was that? Damn. Anyway. Someone's crawling on me. I'm out here in nature, so you know how that is. Yeah, subliminal seduction. So yeah, there you go, Devarian sex sales. Yep. There you go. I might record all television and skip commercials. But they don't forget, they also have it in the TV shows and movies and everything as well. But we talking about advertising something to you. Yeah. Limit your commercials as much as possible. So yeah, limit your commercials as much as possible. Let's see here. That's the biggest one. Yeah, that's the biggest one. I think it's one more that I talked about. But yeah, that's the biggest. Them the biggest one. So yeah, now y'all understand just some of the techniques. Everything else, you know, hypnosis and everything went over that. You know, magic and gender, yada yada, yada yada. Mainly, I want to talk about the memory manipulation and the magician's force. They got a force that they're using against you to create these illusionary realities, which they simply call genjutsu in the East, but they call it the magician's force in the West. So where are we? Where are we? How are we looking here? 40%. Where are we? So, let's talk about Star Wars for a second. Since this is a Jedi lecture, kind of hard to get around it, ain't it? So, I'm going to tell y'all something about Star Wars. There are two different storylines in Star Wars. I'm going to tell y'all that the even number movies in Star Wars, episode 2, 4, 6, and 8, are actually talking about the Cabal Jedi. So that's the storyline for the Cabal Jedi. The odd numbers, episode movies 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are about the Jedi. You see what I'm saying? So think about it. The Phantom Menace is episode 1. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. You see what I'm saying? All that shit there. Just the titles alone let you know that those episodes are vibrating on a whole other frequency than the even number episodes. The even number episodes: Attack of the Clones, A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Cabal Jedi to be precise, and The Last Jedi. See what I'm saying? The Last Jedi. So what are they saying in these storylines? What is a Phantom Menace? Well, what is a Phantom? A Phantom is a secretive menace that you don't even know about. See what I'm saying? A secret opposition that's working against you. You see what I'm saying? So who is working against the Republic? They call them the Sith. The Sith are actually the Jedi. Right? So their storyline, the Phantom Menace. Then they get their revenge in episode 3. Revenge of the Sith. They get their revenge, episode 3. Episode 5, they strike back, which is us. That's the freedom fighter generation. You know, we got our revenge. Revenge of the Sith happened when fucking the hoodoo conjurers and voodoo priests fucking rebelled against the slaves in the 1800s. The conductors, all those who played their role to free everybody, those prisoners of war from slavery, and which would go on to force the energy of the Emancipation Proclamation. That's what Revenge of the Sith is. You see what I'm saying? The Phantom Menace was the rise of the conductors, the hoodoo conjurers, the voodoo priests, and the sudden killings of the slave masters through poison, through fucking spell work, hexes, and fucking revolts for the most part, right? So, and even them defecting from the Confederate Army to the Union Army to fuck up the Confederate Army so they could free their families in the South. You see what I'm saying? That's the Phantom Menace and the Revenge of the Sith. Next, you get what? The Empire Strikes Back. Who is that? Them your freedom fighters, the Black Panther Party, the Nation of Islam in the 60s and 70s. The hippies, hell, even the hippies, goddamn, had a role to play. And various other groups that rose up during that time to war against the man. They looked at us as an empire because what the Black Panther Party spread as far as Africa. Let's be real, they spread as far as Africa around this motherfucker. And to this day, the empire's energy is still affecting the world. Because even South America just used the energy to get their freedom. See what I'm saying? The Brazilians used their energy to rise up against the establishment recently. Where they killed the sister I think her last name is Franco, but I can't remember her first name. You know, anybody who know her name, just put it up on the comment section if y'all know her name. But she was Brazilian, and I think it's Marielle Franco, something like that. But she rose up. They rose up against the fucking establishment, and they ended up killing her, and that caused the uproar. It was around the Black Panther energy when it hit the planet. You know, so they freed them, you know. So the Black Panther Party affected the world. That's the empire striking back. See what I'm saying? Next, you will get the Force Awakens. That's the Star Seeds awakening. You know, who started awakening when? In the 90s. Late 90s, early 2000s. I give you this last generation of Star Seeds from 2008 on down. So that was the Force Awakens right there. See what I'm saying? That was the Force Awakens. That's why everybody loves the Force Awakens. You see what I'm saying? Because that was us waking up. That was the Force Awakening inside of us. That spiritual energy exploding out of us. You see what I'm saying? That soul force coming back online. And then finally you got what? The Rise of Skywalker. What's the Rise of Skywalkers? Who are the Skywalkers? The Star Walkers, us. The rise of the ancestors. Now we back online. We had our awakenings. We practiced our abilities. And now we ready. You see what I'm saying? We're waiting for this great convergence. You see what I'm saying? And this great convergence will lead to the full rise and resurrection of the Skywalkers, the Star Walkers, the Soul Walkers, or the Day Walkers also. So yeah, those are episodes 9. So yeah, that's 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are our story. 2, 4, 6, and 8 are their story. So we gotta go over their story. Attack of the Clones is the story of the Cabal Jedi going out to fight the Separatists. Which is what? Which is what? The Union versus Confederacy, right? Right? And doing slavery. The Jedi were the Union, and the Separatists was the Confederacy. Then you had episode 4, A New Hope, which was Luke Skywalker, Lucifer, and Leia. You see what I'm saying? Leia. You know, Aphrodite, a love archetype, or whatever, right? Actually, she was Athena, to be precise, because she was a brilliant military strategist. She wasn't really about love. She was about strategic political power. So then A New Hope rose up. So a new generation of Boule members, like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, I'm trying to think, who and everybody else who played their role. Those Boule members gained hella power during A New Hope. Those are your Luke Skywalkers and Leia Skywalkers that they talking about. You see what I'm saying? Then Return of the Jedi. Who is Return of the Jedi? Those were all the FBI agents and that was the rise of COINTELPRO, to be precise. Return of the Jedi. To go against the what? Empire, which was the Black Panther Party. And then they did what? They took down, they assassinated all the Black Panther Party leaders, exiled them, locked them up, whatever. To this day, many fucking Black Panther Party members are still locked up just through for political reasons. That's it. Just for fighting the power. That's what we talking about right there. That's the Return of the Jedi. The return of COINTELPRO. The return of the Jedi in the form of COINTELPRO. The FBI and everybody, fucking, what they did was they started programming agents into, they started sending agents, because they couldn't do it the old-fashioned way with military might. So they started sending in agents to feed them information on the activities of the Black Panther Party, the hippies, and everybody else. You see what I'm saying? So they did a few things to fuck up everybody. They created a fake war with Vietnam. They went over there and bombed them just to get us from over there, just to get us from over here. So that's divide and conquer. And so they sent us over there to war with them to kill us and them off. So they destroyed Buddhism and us and the revolutionary spirit that we was in simultaneously. Let's see. That's part 1. Part 2, infiltration, information gathering, set up and to set up to kill. Perfect example. They got a new movie coming out called Judas and the Black Messiah. Have y'all heard of it? Quite sure y'all probably seen the trailer. I'm sure about to show it to you if you hadn't seen the trailer, so get ready. And it's tell the story of how they hired O'Neill, a Cabal Jedi, Return of the Jedi, to go against the Black Panther Party, the Empire, who struck back, so that they could kill off the Black Messiah. Why the Black Messiah? Why the Black Messiah? Why was Fred Hampton, who was my favorite Black Panther Party member, considered the Black Messiah? Because he was forming a rainbow coalition for every culture. And they couldn't have that because then everybody started coming together. You see what I'm saying? Why was this happening? He knew about the rainbow prophecy. Have y'all even heard of the rainbow prophecy? Oh man, goddamn, I gotta get y'all there too. Hold on, before we even get to the fucking video. Rainbow prophecy, page 50. I know exactly what page that's on. Let's see here. The Rainbow Warriors. That's what he was creating. Rainbow Warriors. You see what I'm saying? Rainbow Warriors. So now, let's hear what they got to say. The rainbow, and this is from the book Way of the Jedi, by Force of One, by what's cuz name? Shit, he had a long name. Lieutenant Colonel David K. Swindeman. You know, just type in Way of the Jedi and just type in David K. He should pop up. So check this out. Check out what it said here. The rainbow prophecy, as it has come to be known, refers to the keepers of the legends, rituals, and other myths that will be needed when the time comes to restore the health on Earth. It is believed that these legendary beings will return on a day of awakening, when all people will unite and create a new world of justice, peace, and freedom. And they will be named the Warriors of the Rainbow. They will reteach the values and the knowledge that has been lost in time, demonstrating how to have wisdom and extra perception, which is psychic abilities, and how unity, harmony, and love is the only way forward. So now, let's get into the rainbow prophecy real quick. At the beginning of the cycle of time long ago, the Great Spirit came down and he made an appearance, and he gathered the peoples of the earth together. They sat on an island, which is now beneath the water, and he said to the human beings, I'm going to send you to 4 directions, and over time I'm going to change you to 4 colors, but I'm going to give you some teachings, and you will call these the original teachings, and when you come back together with each other, you will share these so that you can live and have peace on earth, and a great civilization will come about. So this is what you got going on here. Prophecy is told by Lee Brown and Sleight of the Sleight tribe at the 1986 Continental Indigenous Council in Alaska. Let's see here. Then they said leaders will be those whose actions speak the loudest, the ones that have demonstrated wisdom and courage and have proven that they work for the benefit of all. Isn't this how things should be? Now, this rainbow prophecy has always held special significance among the different Native American Indian nations. It's connected to the spirit, supreme God, creator in all things. Apart from the Cree prophecy, there are many prophecies in storage from the Hopi, the Zuni, and the Cherokee related to the Rainbow Warriors. There will come a day when people of all races, colors, and creeds will put aside their differences. They will come together in love, joining hands in unification to heal the earth and all her children. They will move over the earth like a great whirling rainbow, bringing peace, understanding, and healing everywhere they go. Many creatures thought to be extinct or mythical will resurface at this time. The great trees that perish will return almost overnight. All living things will flourish, drawing sustenance from the breast of our mother, the earth, Gaia. The great spiritual teachers who walked the earth and taught the basis of the truth of the word and rainbow prophecy will return and walk amongst us once more, sharing their power and understanding with all. We will learn how to see and heal in a sacred manner. Men and women will be equals in a way Creator intended them to be. All children will be safe anywhere they want to go. Elders will be respected and valued for their contributions to life. Their wisdom will be sought out. The whole human race will be called the people, and there will be no war, sickness, or hunger forever. So there y'all go. There y'all go. There y'all go. That's the rainbow prophecy. See what I'm saying? Let's see here. Navajo Hopi, prophecy of the world in rainbow. You know. So there y'all go. So this is what he was creating. You see what I'm saying? You know, they distorted the energy now with the LGBT community. You know, they symbol is the rainbow. You know, so they created a perversion of their energy. You know, trying to make a mockery of the prophecies. You see what I'm saying? You know how they do. You know how they do. But check out what he says here.
Deputy Chairman Fred Hampton of the Illinois Black Panther Party. Repeat after me. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. You're looking at 18 months for the stolen car, 5 years for impersonating a federal officer, or you can go home. The Black Panthers are forming a rainbow coalition of oppressed brothers and sisters of every color. Their aim is to sow hatred and inspire terror. I will learn all that I can. These ain't no terrorists. You can murder a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. You can murder a revolutionary, but you can't murder revolution. And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom.
So yeah, they flipped the energy. They perverted it. And when these archons done with these LGBT members, they assassinate them. Have y'all checked the rise and death rates of people in the LGBT community? The rise, and it ain't even like niggas killing them. It's just suicide, just straight suicide. Like the rise in suicide rates of this energy. You see what I'm saying? Cause they being controlled by the archons. It's the reverse rainbow. It's the upside down rainbow. You see what I'm saying? The upside down rainbow, the upward rainbow. Well, to distort what the Black Panther Party did when they created the Rainbow Panthers. You see what I'm saying? The Rainbow Panthers, or which was the Brown Beret, the White Panther, so on and so forth. It was pretty much a Panther Party for every culture, right? That was what the Rainbow Panthers was made of. He was working with this Rainbow Warrior energy. These motherfuckers came along, took that, what he did, seen that it worked. It did work. Yeah, it worked, because they actually got away with it. They actually installed it and perverted it with the LGBT energy. And labeled the rainbow energy as the symbol for homosexuality and various other, things. You see what I'm saying? They got going on over there. So this is what you got going on. So this is what we meant by return of the Jedi. And then finally, you got the last Jedi. The last Jedi, Cabal Jedi, I'm being precise here, Cabal Jedi, are the archonic motherfuckers who, in this moment in time, in this day and time, are fighting to help keep their system going. Niggas out here got you. Now, they may be unconscious of it. Of course they unconscious of it, but a lot of them aren't conscious of it. A lot of these boule niggas know the fuck they doing. You see what I'm saying? Know the fuck they doing. It ain't just the boule, the fraternity of Afrocentricity, the Freemasons, which is our version of the Freemasons, you know, the Prince Hall Masons, everybody else who working to keep they shit going with their 33-degree technology energy using asses. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. So the last Jedi are the motherfuckers who are going to help them fight us. Our own indigenous brethren and sisters who are going to continue to help them fight us to the bitter fucking end. That's what the last Jedi is talking about, the Cabal Jedi. You know, that's what they talking about right there. That's what they talking about. So yeah, this what you got going on here. This what you got going on here. So these Slaters, these Sleight wizards, or these Sleight magicians are hard at work creating many different things and many different techniques to fool you. See what I'm saying? And motherfuckers, now, let's get back into the men who stay at ghosts. I told y'all we was going to go back to there. How much I got? How much time I got to live? All right. 19%, we can get it done. The men who stay at ghosts. Now, the men who stay at ghosts is actually a true movie. It's the story of the 1st Earth Battalion, which is actually a real battalion, who decided to go against the grain and create a group of spiritual rainbow warriors. Once again, the energy popped back up in 1979, 2 years after the release of Star Wars, and they introduced to you the Force. You see what I'm saying? And they even have a book. It's called The 1st Earth Battalion Operational Manual, which you can download a PDF of right now on Google. You see what I'm saying? You can download that PDF. And in the movie, The Men Who Stay at Ghosts, they called it Project Jedi. But it's actually called the Stargate Project in reality. Well, see what I'm saying? They was experiments with superpowers to create super soldiers. And they were successful until the government shut them down. You see what I'm saying? Until the government shut them down. So, Star Wars came out in 1977. The 1st Earth Battalion came out in 1979, which was a psychic spy union. The Stargate Project ended in 1995. They literally tried to see, did the Force work, and they found that it did work. See what I'm saying? A master sergeant actually kills a goat with his mind. Oh yes, let me show y'all that shit there. That's going to blow y'all motherfucking mind. Hold on here. They actually show that in the movie.
Just 80 yards from Major Holtz's office was an abandoned hospital. Most of the soldiers who lived and worked at Fort Bragg.
Y'all can go check The Men Who Stay at Ghosts out on Amazon Prime, by the way, as well.
Completely against the way of the Jedi. I was just going to pretend to try so that they could see it wouldn't work and they would forget about it. But then, as I sat there, I felt this pulse inside me. I couldn't stop it. Maybe deep down inside, some dark part of me wanted to see if I could do it.
So he murked the goat with his force. He stopped the goat heart. That's actually an ability called Force Kill. Yes, in Star Wars. So he force killed the goat. You see what I'm saying? He murked that nigga with his mind. Another ability that they show you called Cloud Burst. I think I've showed y'all this, where you can manipulate the clouds with your mind. Here we go.
Cloud bursting. Keeps me in shape. Really? Which one? That one. But this one? That one, the big one. Isn't that too far away? They're all far away.
There y'all go. There y'all go. Just some of the scenes in the movie that show you the abilities that were actually recorded as real and powerful. You see what I'm saying? Real and powerful. So yes, the CIA know about this shit. If all these niggas who be like, oh, the force ain't real, the CIA believe that shit real. Hold on. I got proof that the CIA believe it's real. Boom. This on Amazon. The First Earth Battalion's Operation Manual, reprint of original manual from the 70s. Boom. Just in case they don't think it's real. You see what I'm saying? Y'all let them know it's all real. They don't think the government know what it is. The motherfuckers know what it is. This some of the images from the manual. This 1979, 1980, 1981, 1982 now. Here go another picture. The chakra system. In the 70s and late 70s, early 80s. Talking about this force. The government knows the force is real. They even have studied Qigong and its abilities. Oh yeah. Hold on here. I got a scene from that. Oh, here you go. www.cia.gov. The effects of the practice of Qigong or the art of Qigong. Detailed studies on that shit. Alright. Detailed studies on it. Let's see here. The 1st Earth Battalion was the name proposed by Lieutenant Colonel Jim Channing, a U.S. soldier who had served in Vietnam, for his idea of a new military of super soldiers to be organized along the New Age lines. A book of the same name was published in 1982. Let's see. Here. The Men Who Stared Ghosts is a non-fiction work by John Ronson concerning the U.S. Army's exploration of New Age concepts and the potential military applications of the paranormal. The title refers to attempts to kill ghosts by staring at them and stopping their hearts. The book is a companion to a 3-part TV series broadcast in Britain called, on Channel 4, Crazy Rulers of the World. The first episode, which is also entitled The Men Who Stared Ghosts. Yeah. While Project Jedi is the subject of the soon-to-be-released Hollywood blockbuster The Men Who Stared Ghosts, starring George Clooney and Ewan McGregor, who is Obi-Wan Kenobi, it is not entirely fictitious. The U.S. military did try to create such a breed of super soldiers, and still doing it to this day. What else we got here? Channing believed the Army could be the principal moral and ethical basis on which politics could harmonize in the name of the Earth. He declared that the 1st Earth Battalion's primary allegiance was to the planet Earth. Channing envisioned that the 1st Earth Battalion would organize itself informally, uniforms without uniformity, structure without status, and unity powered by diversity. And members would be multicultural with each race, contributing to rainbow power. Once again, that rainbow energy and rainbow warriors. He also proposes a guiding principle that members of the 1st Earth Battalion seek non-destructive methods of conflict resolution because their first loyalty is to the planet. Damn. These are their principles. This is their philosophical code. I have the capacity and therefore the duty to contribute to the development of myself, my associates, and our planet simultaneously. Now, I will organize a self-supporting high commando group that will create and perform evolutionary breakthrough actions on behalf of people and the planet. One people, one planet. I will then pass on this concept to others who are capable of generating further self-organizing commando teams. I will await the time when my group can connect naturally with others at higher and higher levels of awareness and performance. And they call themselves the Natural Guard. You know the government shut that shit down, right? Eventually, right? Some of the skills and techniques that they use to get there. They use meditation. They use breathing techniques. They use Tai Chi or internal martial arts. They use mentotions. Mentotions, which I'm gonna assume is mental techniques. They use Aikido martial arts, also a well-known Korean martial art. No, Aikido is Japanese, my bad. Which is a martial arts that deals in peaceful ways to subdue your opponent. Small group improvement session, singing and dancing, reprogramming and deprogramming. Get free of the desire for status. Taekwondo martial art, which is a heavy foot kicking martial art. Get free of desire for lust. Study samurai regiment, and the samurai was all about death, rebirth, peace, and be peaceful but be ready for war. You see what I'm saying? And get free of desire for things. Choose a martial art and begin the other activities simultaneously. Oh yeah. This is what they did, y'all. This is what they was about. Let's see here. Here you go. The Stargate Project was the 1991 code name for a secret U.S. Army unit established in 1978 at Fort Meade, Maryland, by the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, and SRI International, a California contractor to investigate the potential for psychic phenomenon in a military and domestic intelligence application. The project and its precursors and sister projects originally went by various code names: Gondola Wish, Grill Flame, Center Lane, Project of the Sun, Project CF, my bad, Sun Street, Scanate, until 1991 when they were consolidated and rechristened as Stargate Project, and they were shut down in 1995. You see what I'm saying? So there y'all go. There y'all go. Let me see here. Yeah. So that's all the statements I had for y'all. So there y'all go. There y'all go. So now y'all know. The CIA don't just believe the force is real. The CIA know the force is real. You see what I'm saying? They literally tried to see if the force worked and came to find out that it actually did. Fast forward to today, all they have been doing is using Sleight magic on us, combined with modern media, social media, news, QAnon, SSP Alliance, White State, Deep State, etc. So now you understand the true depth of the Jedi mind tricks. So there y'all go. There y'all go. That's pretty much all of it. Yeah, you also watch the movie Sleight with the homie in there. Yeah, it's a movie named Sleight. So that's pretty much everything. So yeah, all these spirits is working towards that rainbow energy, y'all. And then they found a way in our day and age to corrupt it. They found a way in our day and age to corrupt it and pervert it, because they knew that it was prophesied that it will return. See what I'm saying? So there y'all go. Let me get out of here. Nigga only got 5%. So, it ain't nowhere near no charger. So, hope y'all enjoyed. I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all put the word out with your friends. Let them know where it is. You can also check out my other occult lectures on YouTube. If you want to check me out, that's where I'll listed or catalog. And finally, if you want to donate, you can Cashapp me at mcjnetwork, and I'm out. Peace.